guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time. Today I'm bringing you a Q&A with a mukbang because your girl loves to eat. Let me show you guys what we're going to be eating today. So in the middle is the infamous japaguri, but instead of the noguri ramen, I use the buldak spicy noodles that you guys have seen from the spicy noodles challenge. Trust me, it is 10 times better this way. Something about that extra kick of spiciness really brings it up next level. And I just seared some steak, put that on top. Then to the right here we have our white rice and we have kimchi jjigae that my dad made. Thanks, Dad. And then to the left we have our banchan, which is gakdugi. I am so hungry. I forgot how much effort goes into making a YouTube video that I'm pretty sure my food's all cold by now. But let's get into the noodles. Seriously, this is the best way to make this. So I guess we should get to the Q&A part. The number one question I got was, what made you want to switch to hair? What inspired you to do hair? What made you want to pursue cosmetology? So, little backstory about me. I am a Korean American. I was born and raised in the States, and my parents are very traditional and conservative Korean parents. They did have this high expectation of me going to college, becoming a doctor, a lawyer, you know, the usual. So all, like, elementary school, middle school, high school, I was an excellent student. I excelled in all my classes and everything. And then it came time for college. I didn't get into my dream college. I did get into East Carolina University. Go Pirates. I had a great college experience. Not the academic portion of college. So once I got to college, I had all this freedom that I didn't have before, and I went a little wild. I soon realized that the college life wasn't for me. I did not want to study biology. I took my first biology class and I hated it. I hated it so much. So I ended up switching around majors a bunch of times. I took a couple semesters off here and there. College was probably one of the lowest points in my life for me, but you know what? We're stronger here for it. But during my college time, I started my first part-time job, which was at Walgreens. I worked front cashier and worked my way up to the pharmacy. I was a pharmacy tech for a couple years. And during that time, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was so lost. I was like, what is the purpose of my life? Like, I can't even graduate college. I'm not doing great. My pharmacy manager at that time, he noticed how I loved to be creative. I loved having my makeup done, getting my hair done, stuff like that. Flat out told me, like, why don't you look into cosmetology? It's crossed my mind in the past before, but again, growing up in a traditional Korean household, that was never a choice for me. Like, in high school, I thought I wanted to be a music major. When I brought that up to my parents, they were like, no, music is a hobby, not a career. They had that mindset that you have to do this white-collar job to be successful. So it never really, like, fully crossed my mind as a serious topic. Before you know it, I was signed up to go to cosmetology school. So next question is, were you nervous when you switched careers? So yes, definitely, because of the, you know, stereotypical Asian parents. I didn't want to disappoint my parents, stuff like that. But luckily, for the most part, they have been very supportive. When I first told them I was terrified, though, I remember the exact moment when I told my dad that I was dropping out of college. I had come home from work at Walgreens. I sat in my car outside my apartment, called him, and I just started bawling, telling him I can't do college anymore. It's just too much stress, that I am depressed. I don't want to do any of this. And I just remember him saying, like, it's okay. You know, you've got to do what makes you happy. If you want to take, you know, he didn't say drop out of college, but, you know, he said if you want to take a break, take a break. So I was very nervous. Not that I had a career really to begin with. I guess I could have made pharmacy technician my career, which I even thought about going. Maybe I was like, maybe I can just finally get my, you know, together and finish college and attempt to go to pharmacy school. No. But yeah, I get doubt all the time, like, am I gonna be good at this? Am I gonna make enough money for a living with this? Like, alright, another question. How did you overcome the typical Korean parent slash societal expectations? Again, growing up Asian American, I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this, of such high expectations that you don't want to disappoint your parents. Like for me, my parents immigrated to the States like 27, 28 years ago so that we can have a better life, you know, for our children. They came here for that American dream. Brick house, white picket fence, dog named Fido. But no, we have a dog named Olive. You don't want to disappoint your parents. When I decided to drop out of college and go into a cosmetology school, trust me, like every day I like cried because I was like, I am disappointing my parents, I am a failure. And I'm not gonna lie and say that I never have those thoughts to this day, because I still worry that I'm gonna disappoint my parents. But then, on the bright side, on the positive note, I might make them super proud. Because how many people out there, like especially Asian Americans, like my age, say that they're doing what they truly love to do. And they're not stuck in a job that they hate with a bunch of student loan debt. And how many parents can say that they're, sure, they may be proud of their child that's a doctor, you know, went to Harvard, whatnot. But is that really something to be proud of if your child hates their life and hates what they do for work every single day? I'm just saying. But honestly, I had to have that mindset that at a certain point, I just stopped caring. Their opinion is still very valuable to me, but only to a certain degree. Once you start having that pressure on you, and that pressure is burdening you and weighing down your shoulders every single day, you're not gonna be happy doing whatever you do. But I've never really been like if there is a model Asian American child, I have not really been that. I've always wanted to be this like individual. I don't like blending in and conforming to the normal. So I think that honestly really gave me the push to like overcome that those like societal Korean expectations. You know, if I wanted to dye my hair yellow, I will. And I have. It's hard to explain. You just have to have that mindset and that heart that your parents want what's best for you, but sometimes what they think is best for me isn't the best for me. Yeah. So let's see. What is your favorite Korean dish? I love stews or jjigaes. Like kimchi jjigae, sundubu jjigae, anything hot and soupy I love. Like my favorite. I am a type of person that really has to have some sort of liquid or like even sauces with everything I eat. That's why I put hot sauce on everything. And let's see, another question. What is my favorite food to make? I love cooking. I just hate the cleaning aspect of it. But I really like to make, like, sometimes I'll stand in the kitchen and watch my mom make food, or I'll learn from her. So another question is, what made you get into makeup? Growing up, I was very insecure about my eyes. I hated that they were monolids. I hated that they were small. I hated that they were brown. I wanted, you know, beautiful blue eyes. But, you know, you gotta work with what God gave you. And at that time, like, growing up, like, when I was in, like, middle school, there weren't very many Asian, makeup gurus out there. And even if they were, a lot of them, I don't know, something about it, their eyes just weren't like mine. They still had some sort of crease, or they were just prettier, I guess. And that just still made me very insecure. So I turned to makeup. I I'm sure you guys remember when my eyeliner used to literally take up my whole eyelid. I can't say it's gotten that much better, but if only I knew about lashes then. Lashes make a whole look. I'm not even wearing eyeliner today. But yeah, that's really what it is. Honestly, what made me get into makeup was my insecurities about my physical appearance. Yep, sad to say, but that's what it was. And now I love experimenting, and I watch myself like get better with each look for the most part. Because I've deleted a couple videos off my YouTube because I looked back at them and I cringed. I only have like 2 makeup videos up now, and I really want to delete them because I cringe at them. But, you know, you got to start somewhere. You got to watch that growth that you developed. That kind of sounds gross. A growth you develop. That's not what I meant. Another question. Let's go. What is your favorite service to perform on a client? I love color services. Cutting services, I don't like them as much because I'm not as confident in them. But I have grown my confidence. For example, I used to be terrified of my mom's hair, and I refused to cut it. But during quarantine, I did cut her hair, and it looked great. I'm glad I gained that confidence to do that. Slowly but surely. And I just love color services. Like, I wish I could do more vibrant colors and get to be creative that way. But being in North Carolina, or at least where I am in North Carolina, not very many people want to go that bold and be that bold. So, who knows? If you were to get another dog, what would you get? So you guys know Olive, the love of my life. She is like a Chesapeake Bay Retriever mixed with like a shepherd of some kind. I love her to death. She's literally my light and joy. But if I were to get another dog, which I really want to, I want to get her a brother or sister. I would love to get, I have 2 dream dogs. One is a long-haired dachshund. The other is a German shepherd. Nothing in between. Opposite, yep. One's like this big, okay, one's like this big, and then one's like this big. So yeah, one or the other. What accomplishment are you most proud of in your life? This may be a little accomplishment to some people, but the fact that I graduated hair school. Some people may think it's not much compared to like graduating college or grad school or doctorate school, but I'm proud of it because I actually went through with something. And I know like some people, especially people who deal with like mental illnesses, and like depression and anxieties, little things are hard to accomplish. So when I say college was the lowest point in my life, I was pretty freaking depressed. I would miss a lot of class because I would not want to get out of bed in the mornings. And then when I finally do wake up, I would cry in bed because I missed class. So yeah, I'm pretty freaking proud of myself for graduating. What's a hobby you have that most people don't know about? So I love all sorts of design. I love interior design, like architecture. It can be graphic design. I just like anything that's like design based. Occasionally here and there I'll make like little flyers and posters for events that we had in college and stuff. Like stuff like that made me happy. I mean, they weren't necessarily good, but it was just fun to design something. I just had one more question. The question was, do you regret going to college? And no, I don't regret it at all. Was it the ideal situation for me? No. Did it end the way I wanted it to? No. But it gave me new experiences in life. I met some of my best friends in college. I did marching band, which was a huge part of my identity. I don't regret that, and I'm very thankful for my experiences. Yep. And this is not a question, but it's a question that I'm gonna ask myself. And it's gonna be like, what advice would I give to someone who's going through like a similar like situation. My advice would be, don't knock trade schools, don't knock community college until you know what you want to do. And be true to yourself. Don't force yourself to conform to what you think is a societal norm. That's my biggest thing, probably. Be true to yourself. Do what makes you happy. Don't do it for anyone else. I think we're done here. I keep saying I think we're done here, and I keep shoveling food in my mouth. Quarantine 50, here I come. And that's it for the video today. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching me eat and getting to know more about me. While you're here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Until next time, bye! I don't know how to end a video. This will do.